Filmmaking nowadays is more realistic than it has ever been. When Steven Spielberg was a kid, when George Lucas was a kid, did they have an iPhone with the capabilities that we have now? I think about these filmmakers out there and I'm like, guys, these filmmakers would probably pee their pants if they had what we have today in our pockets. Filmmaking is more possible today than it has ever been. He pulls out a black notebook and he says, I wrote down this and I believe I was meant to give it to you. And on the piece of paper it says, first off, I miss doing the lives. I miss going live all the time to interact with you guys like on a personal level and just to, put myself out there live on the internet and embarrass myself just like I just did. But I have constantly always have something to say. Always something's running through my mind, like motivational stuff, inspirational stuff. And I feel like I'm supposed to tell you that stuff. I feel like that's meant to be heard by you out there right now who's doubting that you're meant to be a filmmaker. Because we have so many doubts. We don't think we're meant for it. And I want to prove to you and convince you and tell you why you are meant to be a filmmaker. Because every single day I feel like I have more clarity and more focus on why I know that the people who follow and watch my videos, these people who have such big dreams are meant to be filmmakers. I feel like every single day I have clear vision on that. And let me tell you why. Because it's always been a part of you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and I hate talking about myself because I want this entire channel and this Instagram and all this stuff to be about you. I want it to be about you because it needs to be about you. It needs to be something that's helping you out because I know it's hard, and I know it's a hard journey. I know you're going to have regrets. You're going to have doubts. You're going to go through all these things in your life, and it's going to paralyze you and prevent you from succeeding if you let it torment you. So I make this about you. I make all these motivational and inspirational things, and I created this thing called Future FilmMakers, and that's what the mission is to teach you and to help you pursue your dreams because I know how hard it is. But let's talk a little bit about me. My entire life, I've been told that I am supposed to do something realistic. I'm supposed to get this job that will pay the bills. I'm supposed to go to college. Right? But that doesn't really fit into exactly who I am, which is a filmmaker, a storyteller. Being in college, going to class all day, stressing so much, doing homework has always taken me away from, making a film and all this kind of stuff. There's things in our lives that take us away from the things that we really want to do, accepting who we are, stepping into who we're supposed to be. There's things in our lives that prevent us from that. There's people in our lives who tell us, filmmaking, that's not a real career. That's too unrealistic. When in reality, guys, filmmaking nowadays is more realistic than it has ever been. When Steven Spielberg was a kid, when George Lucas was a kid, did they have an iPhone with the capabilities that we have now? I think about these filmmakers out there and I'm like, guys, these filmmakers would probably pee their pants if they had what we have today in our pockets. Filmmaking is more possible today than it has ever been. Ever. And I laugh at myself because I doubt myself so much. And I feel like I'm not meant for this. When in reality, it's always been a part of me. Literally, since I was a kid, and I know you're exactly the same way. I've always been coming up with stories in my head. I've always been walking around in a completely different universe or world or something. I had imaginary friends. I talk to myself, guys. I'm just come out and say there. I'm weird. I'm different. I am an outcast. And there's so many people that look at, like themselves and they're like, oh, I'm a loser. I'm an outcast. No, you don't fit in because you're different. You are different. You're extraordinary. You're meant for bigger things. And, I always talk about fate and all this kind of stuff. And people look at me and they're like, guys, fate doesn't exist. You're stupid. Like, what are you talking about? I just tell you, the weirdest stuff has happened to me. And that's what makes me think fate exists, because just the weirdest things have happened to me. I'm talking like this week, something really weird happened to me. You ready for this? I hope you're still here. I hope I didn't bore you and you left. It's okay if you did. I know how it is. Retention rates are the lowest they've ever been. But the weirdest thing happened to me this week. I left my apartment and there was this guy outside, like pretty much, he was like outside the apartment complex, and he was like, "Where's the gym?" I was like, dude, he has a skateboard in his hand, right? A skateboard. And he wants to skateboard to the gym. I'm like, dude, the gym's on the complete other side of campus. I don't know if I can point you in the right direction. So I'm like, let me drive you. Because I had a car and I was like, let me just drive you. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it'll take 2 minutes for me to get there. And he did. And next thing I know, there's this guy in my car, right? Never met before. I'm like, because I'm awkward, I'm an introvert. I'm being awkward on this video right now because I'm an introvert. If you're watching this, you're probably an introvert too, especially if you're a filmmaker. But if you're not, being an extrovert filmmaker is great. But anyway, complete side note. He said, "Wait, what businesses do you own?" I said, "Well, I have a wedding videography business and a production company called Future FilmMakers." I didn't say Future FilmMakers, but that's the name of my production company. Welcome to Future FilmMakers. But anyway, and he was like, "What? I own my own production company." And I was like, "What? That's so weird." So basically, I picked this random guy off the street, and next thing I know, there is a filmmaker in my car who's aspiring to be something, to be a filmmaker, to create his own production company, to make his own movies. And I'm like, this is crazy. How did I come across this random person? It felt like fate. And if you don't believe in fate, that's fine. It was just really weird. But next thing I know, he's like, "Prove yourself to me. Like, who are you? Why are you a filmmaker?" And guys, like, if someone asked me this question 2 years ago, that would have been the hardest question in my life. I would not have been able to answer it. But now I can, because I've actively pursued my dream, and every single day I work towards my dream, and like, it has completely allowed me to understand who I am. So I encourage you out there right now, make sure every single day you're working towards your dream. You're doing what makes you happy. You're telling those stories, because guys, that allows you to become who you are. And that is such a beautiful thing. It really is. It allows me to get live on the internet like this and be so weird, awkward, crazy, just talking and motivational speaking. Like, literally, like, what the heck am I doing right now? Like, I'm able to do this because I know who I am. Like, I can put myself out there. I can go outside and scream or something. I would literally not care because I know who I am. I'm a filmmaker. I'm the owner of, like, the most incredible thing in the world that's so much bigger than me that I can't even, and we can get into all that later. Probably not in this one because I keep rambling. But he was like, "Prove yourself to me." And I did. And I said something so impactful to him. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, I was sitting in a coffee shop this morning, doubting that I was good enough, doubting that I was meant for this. And I wrote on a piece of paper," and he pulls out a black notebook. You know how we all filmmakers like have all these notebooks. I know filmmakers who write their ideas all on their phone and stuff like that in their notes. But he pulls out a black notebook and he says, "I wrote down this, and I believe I was meant to give it to you." And on the piece of paper, it says, "I live to tell a story." And I was like, holy crap. That moment in my life was just affirmation that even though I went to college, right, and I'm stressing and I'm just, stressed out all the time, and I did exactly what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm in the right place. I'm doing the right things because I'm actively pursuing my dream no matter where I am. I don't feel like I have to get up, go somewhere else, right? I am actively right where I am right now, pursuing my dream every single day to the point that I know who I am and I can prove myself to just this random person I got off the street and inspire him. And then there's like, I don't know, weird fate stuff. I don't even know if that's real, but it's crazy, really crazy. But I met an incredible filmmaker this week by chance or by fate, whatever it might be. I want to encourage you to just stop doubting yourself and hyper focus on this one thing. The one thing that he said. I live to tell a story. Right? Stop focusing on the views. Stop focusing on where you want to be. Focus on yourself. Sorry, my hair is like in my face and it's driving me crazy. But focus on yourself right now. Right now. Where are you right now? Focus on that person right now and tell a story. Tell a story. Because that's what we should live to do. I'm a YouTuber. If you don't know me, I'm a YouTuber. A lot of you guys do. If you're watching this, you probably really do know me. And I'm sorry if you're commenting. I can't see them right now because I'm using my back camera. But I really wish I could be like responding to you guys because you guys are amazing. But I am a YouTuber and I get so focused on those views. Every time a video like is only 50 views, I feel like I failed, right? Right? You know how it is. You feel like you fail if you like didn't get that view count that you really wanted. But I've lost sight. I've lost sight on my purpose and my job, which is just to tell a story. It doesn't matter how many people see it. What matters is who does see it, right? That's what matters. The people who see it are going to be inspired by it. You can make them cry. You can make them laugh. You can make them just, fall in love, literally, probably with a character. That kind of stuff happens. You can bring joy into their world when they're going through so much. Right? We get so focused on the views. We get so focused on self-doubt. We feel like we're failing constantly, but in reality, if you made a video and you told a story, what kind of beautiful success was that? Right? It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what camera you have right now. You as a filmmaker, you have to start telling your stories because that's how you grow. That's how you get experience. That's how you get noticed. Right? This is the kind of stuff that I'm just is going through my head constantly when I'm just walking around. If this live has meant anything to you, if this reached into your life and impacted you and made you feel for a second that you could do anything, right? Please just let me know down, not in the comments right now, not in the live. I'm going to repost this to my Instagram. Let me know down in the comments there because I want to see that this is impacting you because every time I see that it impacts even just one person, then I know what I'm doing is the right thing, right? If you make a video on YouTube, right? I highly encourage you, if you're a filmmaker, to share your work on YouTube. I love YouTube. Oh my goodness. I know, me and YouTube have, a love-hate relationship, and YouTube, I'm I want to just, because, I don't get those views I want, right? Or, I lose a subscriber, I'm I worked so hard, right? You know how it is if you're a YouTuber. But guys, it is just a free platform where you can share all your work and you just grow, your audience grows, your view count grows over time, and you grow. That's the most beautiful thing. The films you made 3 years ago, you're that was horrible. But then you make Black and White, when Black and White gets released, guys, oh my goodness, it's just the best film I've ever made, and you guys all get to see that and share it, and for free, right? And you can show it to anyone, So I highly encourage you, if you are a filmmaker, share your work on any platform you possibly can, because it really is it's an incredible journey. It's really hard, not gonna lie, but it is amazing. It really is. It helps you really grow, and it's just, I don't know. I don't want to even say it's fun because sometimes it's not, but if this live has meant anything to you, just let me know down in the comments when I repost it to my Instagram. Hopefully I don't hate it, because I probably will, because that's how it is being a filmmaker. But just let me know. And I really want to do more lives. I'm even if no one's watching this right now, I will probably still do lives until people start watching them. So we can make this like an everyday Saturday thing at whatever time it is. I have no idea what time it is, but we can make this like an everyday Saturday thing. Me going live, and just because I have so much things, I just want to punch you. Like, go pursue your dreams. What are you doing? It's the most incredible thing. Yeah, it's hard. There's highs and lows, but oh my gosh. Like, in general, it's just fulfillment of who you are, right? You don't get to stop. You don't get to keep denying who you are. I just got really scared that, like, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm not going to keep this really long. I kind of want to look at the comments right now, but no matter where the world takes you next, whether that's going to my YouTube channel and subscribing, I'm just kidding. Wherever this world takes you next, your next film, editing, your next project, or, writing that film that you've been putting off for so long, wherever this world takes you next, it doesn't matter. Never stop pursuing your dreams, because it's our turn to make it happen. And normally the video cuts there, but this is a live, so this is awkward. But I'm gonna go look at the comments. I don't even know what I look like. I'm kind of scared right now. But thank you guys for all joining and sticking till the end. My hair is in my face. You get all the imperfections. Perfectionist. I lost it. It's all gone now. This is how I really am in real life. Just awkward and weird. Introverts rule. Am I right?